Is it working now? So how about now? I turned off the Bluetooth. Okay. That's frustrating. I don't know what's going on with my headphones. It's just like not connecting. Sorry, little bee. I didn't mean to upset you. Yo, Daryl, what's up? Hi, little bee. Here, there's a cookie for you right here. You're amazing. Enjoy yourself. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna make a really weird teapot today. Here's the design. Here's the design. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. This might take a couple attempts. I might have to do some finagling with some more clay. So Tara, tell me about everything. What's new? What's happening? How's life? And Swal, what's new with you? I'm glad you're back. Oh, Olive deserves everything, right, little dog? She needs all the loving in the world all the time. I'll change you guys around, by the way, at some point. But I wanted you to be above me for a little bit. But not feeling which way. Sorry, my brain's scattered today. I'm losing the ability to remember small things. Okay, cool. I thought you might like it because you're seeing more of what I see when I throw. The only problem with the angle on YouTube right now is it's harder for me to read comments and stuff. That's the only thing. Okay. I think this is what we want. Right? I mean, square teapots aren't hard, they're just cylinders. So, we should be fine. But I like the idea of this teapot that we're doing today. I think it's going to be really cool. Oh, and I grabbed just random, like a normal bag of stoneware today. So we're using not terracotta, T3, which is just like my normal stoneware that I usually use, or I used to use for years and years. And we're drinking puer today, as always. The what caught you? The sick or the ick? Well, just a teapot, a really weird looking teapot today. Oh, it looks like my connection just got lost, so that's cool. Sorry guys, my connection seems to be getting finish-nickly. Oh my god, no, Swab! I'm so sorry. Oh, by the way, um, Debbie, what kind of stuff do you like to do? I'm sure I've seen it, but I can't think of it at the moment. Also, so I play music on this phone, and I spent another half an hour trying to get this to work with Spotify today. It will not connect. I know the password's right. I changed it 4 different times, and it works on my other 2 phones, but it will not work on that phone. So we're stuck with, um, we're stuck with annoyingly ads forever now. So I'm sorry about that. Christy, thank you for the ice cream cone. I didn't zone. I went snowboarding and then sat in a sauna and then I went cross country skiing and then I passed out. So today will be the day. Thanks, Dirty. Damn, I'm sorry, Swamp. All right, that's square number 1. Sierra, where have you been? My God. I've been good, you know. The sauna. Okay, listen to this. My buddy bought a tent sauna, and it takes like no wood at all, and it was 110 degrees in there. It was lovely. Sounds good. Good luck. Oh my God. Sup, B? Okay, thanks, Swat. Appreciate you. Oh, it was wonderful. I was gonna buy one of the saunas for myself, but I don't think I'm going to. Not because I don't want it. It's just like another really good excuse to go hang out with my buddy, who I don't see very often. So. Yeah, I mean, if it was mine, I would do the same thing, Tara. But since I'm sharing, I was, going to a buddy's house for it, I probably will not do that as much. It is chilly. We got like 8 inches of snow. I just shoveled pathways everywhere this morning. So this one I want to go a little bit taller. Hold on, I got a thing for half a second. This one wants to be a little bit taller than the last. And we're just making cylinders, so this is not hard pottery. What? Sierra, tell me where you're from again. I'm sure you have in the past, but I do not recall. Honestly, what we're doing is definitely more like hand building than it is throwing. I think anybody could make a square teapot really easily. Round teapots, significantly harder. Oh my God, gotta go north more. That sounds awful. Today I will. You know what? I wish that I thought about that before coming into the studio, because again, I just brewed some dark puer. But I'll do that today at some point. I swear, Zone. Because I'm curious. No, Tara, square is easy. Because all you have to do is make a cylinder. And cylinders are, like, pretty simple to do. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Sierra. Go back to Maine. Maine's lovely. Ah, I see. That happens. Not with me, but it happens with some. I'm not in a city. I'm in the middle of nowhere in Connecticut. Oh, the other reason that these are so much easier than a normal round teapot is that you trim with a rasp. You don't have to even put this thing back on there. Same here, Tara. That's why I got a vasectomy. What's up, Jam? Well, as I've said in the past, when I passed recently, is that I'm starting a tea event every last Saturday of every month. If anybody wants to come, hang out, have tea in my greenhouse. It's not going to always be in the greenhouse. While it's cold out, it will be in the greenhouse, though. I've already booked a couple spots for next Saturday, so that's pretty psyched. Or the March tea session. Okay, done. Zone sold. I'll give it a try. I'm game to try anything multiple times. Fair, Tara. Okay, so just in case you guys missed it, this is what we're making today. Square, 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 side handle, spout. Square, 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 side handle, square, spout, lid. So I love saying that I got it because I feel like it should be normalized. Everybody always talks about having kids on a live stream. Why not talk about, or just in general? There was like, oh, I'm trying for a kid, or I have a kid. It's like, the equivalent is saying that I had a vasectomy, and it needs to be normalized. I feel like more people without kids should be normalized to get it. I should have measured this stuff out first. It probably would have been more helpful for me, but ooh, this is not stuck to the bat. Look at that. It's completely peeled off. Luckily, we're making a square teapot, so it doesn't really matter. Look at that. Not even attached. Here. Again, it doesn't really... We're making a square teapot, so none of this really matters. We can probably get this back on. If we were doing something hard, I would not do what I just did, but this is not hard. Right? I feel the same way, Tara. What's up, Alex? Mm. Oh, so Swa, one of the reasons that I love getting it is that every single person that I'm like, no, I'm not gonna have kids. Once they figure out how old I am, they're like, oh, you'll change your mind at some point. And I'm like, nope, got a vasectomy, and that shuts them up real quick. Oh, it's great. Also, people said that I would become really religious too. They're like, oh, when you hit 27, you'll become super crazy religious. I don't know what they are going on, that their life was so shitty that they had to turn there, but why not? You should. Honestly, you should. Also, it's kind of screwed up that that's more normalized than getting a vasectomy, and it's so much more intense and like riskier and costs a ton more. The government paid entirely for my procedure, which is insane in a climate like now. Granted, this was not when the T word was in office, but it might be SWA, honestly. See, there you go. That's what happens, booty. It's like I think they were thinking my life was going to go to shit at 27, and I can go back and go to religion. I was never religious, but hell yeah, Tara. Appreciate you. Man, oh man, it hurts. Alright, so now what we gotta do is make a cap for each one of these. They're gonna be cubulicious in a second. Here, I gotta torch this a little bit. I think technically not all the sides actually need to be push-doodled, but gross. See, I don't even know, Nike, I don't even know if I need to be married. I don't mind a partnership, like a lifetime partnership, but marriage just dictates it just reminds me of religion again, and I've identified as an anti-theist for many a year. Oh my god, well, welcome in. I'm game for that. I like all of those things. Alright, so we gotta cap these hard boys. And then we can rasp away. I think we can't really, I think we can't make the lid until we connect, or at least get the right, yeah, we need to connect the pieces, because I need to see which parts can even get into the lid. Yeah, Ferretera. Acid, that's what happens. How was your first class? Oh, Sierra, go on. Oh my. Oh, one of the lids of one of the double wall lids we made the other day broke on one section. I clearly didn't trim it evenly enough, and so it popped open. And honestly, I would rather make an entire new teapot than trying to make a teapot lid that fits a teapot that's already made. Good on you, Sierra. Don't get tied down like that. Hell yeah, Acid. How many classes are you signed up for? Is it like a multi-week thing, or is it you're doing class by class, or whatever the deal is? Speaking of which, I give private lessons if anybody's in Connecticut. Kat, Alex, what's up? Tell me everything. Hell yeah. And how much does something like that cost? Look at that inflating because of the steam. You guys see it's bowing out. We're gonna just poke a little hole in here so this doesn't implode on itself. And then just hope that we can rasp away the screw up. Alright, I'm gonna have to do that to 2 more pieces and then we can rasp them, see how they fit together, and then make the lid, spout, handle, and attach everything. Wow, good deal. I assume that means they don't help you at all? Wow. Cindy, how are you? I know, I have not been going live. I don't really have the wood to even be in here today. Is this big enough? I probably shouldn't be in here burning my wood when I have a class tomorrow, but thanks for the heart, Lee. But I just love being in here so much. There's Owen, nice seeing you. Thanks, Alex, appreciate you. Also, I had a long day of like snowboarding yesterday, and sauning, and cross-country skiing, and hiking, and having tea by a fire. So yesterday I goofed off, so I need to be moderately whatever today. Ooh, that is thinner than I expected. That's not good. Oh, hell yeah. Have you done it since middle school? It's kind of fun. So I work at a Montessori school, and one of the kids asked me to be their mentor for this project that they're going to do like a bunch of plates for their 8th grade project, like a dinner set. Out of the like 10 years I've been working there, it's the first time any kids asked me to do that. So it's nice. Granted, most of the people there who still go to that school don't know that I do pottery because I don't teach it there anymore. I pretend to. Oh, hell yeah. I can't believe I missed it, Sierra. Granted, I was outside most of the day yesterday. All right, one more part, and then we'll move on to the next stage of actually putting this all together. See if I just kind of randomly got pieces of clay and did it. It's the dumbest thing. I didn't like measure anything out, so we're gonna have to really figure this out. Oh yeah, can't complain. It happens, Acid. Ugh, plates. I don't like making plates, not because I don't like making plates, it's just they take up so much room in the kiln that I can't ever actually do it. That being said, when I switch to terracotta, why not? Who cares? Electric kiln can take up as much room as it wants. They break? Why do they break on you? Oh, hell yes, Sierra. I wish live streaming was around when I taught myself how to throw. I didn't even look at YouTube videos when I was learning. I just kept doing it until I got it right. Right being a very, not the correct term, but yeah, I mean, if he shouldn't complain considering it's an electric kiln. Like, who cares? Atmospheric kilns when you're firing plates, wah. So again, I have an idea in my head of what this is going to look like, but it's not, like, doesn't mean I care if it's exactly what it looks like. I see. Cracking like an S crack, or what kind of crack? On the side? Where are we cracking? Hell yeah, Cindy. All right. Ooh, it's bubbling up. Oh, God. Oh, geez. It's going to pop. Do you see that? I almost just exploded through. Damn. Were they flat, or did they have a shallow curve to them? Damn. It's still expanding. The hole closed back up. Okay. Hi. So now we can start rasping these bad boys. We're gonna go down away from the part that we connected in so we don't break the seam. So I'm gonna let you in a little secret here. Compression means nothing, at least in my mind. Obviously, everybody has different opinions on things, but it's not about compression. It's about the curve that you create when you're making the bottom of the plate. Ooh, look, it just popped the seam. I don't know how to throw. Yeah, compression is like honestly, a craft term. It's like same with explosions from air bubbles. That's just all they talk about in craft centers and things like that. It's not real. All you need to know is that if you have even the shallowest of curve, it won't S crack. But if you have a flat plane or it's uneven flat plane, it's gonna crack every time. Oh yeah, gotta get into this sweet cheese grater that I've already screwed up on. I'll probably be able to patch it up. This is, oh. A little face. Put some eyeballs on there. What do you guys think? That's fine. I'll deal with this later. It's Yep. There's a lot of stuff that's been passed down since the 50s. When pottery started becoming a little bit more popular. And for some reason, those things have never died. Cindy, we're making a 3-part square teapot. No one look at that. I didn't do that. That didn't happen. That's still attached, and no one can prove it otherwise. It's not like there's any video evidence that that's detached from the piece. I clearly know exactly what I'm talking about all the time. Swa. Uh, no, it's not, Cindy. It's fixable because it's stoneware. If this was porcelain, I would give up. I would have thrown this piece away already. Yeah. But since it's stoneware with grog in it, it's fine. Boop. Correct. I'm impatient, so I like to do everything in one sitting. Again, like I said, square teapots are way. I don't know about that, Cindy, but I appreciate you. Square teapots are way easier, even though they look maybe more complex from whatever I'm doing. These are so much easier to make than a round teapot. Um, so I highly recommend someone trying to make one of these if you want to. It's not daunting at all. Yeah, the problem with craft centers and lessons like that is most likely they won't let you use a torch. They'll probably let you use a blowtorch, which is fine. I'm not a blowtorch, like a hair dryer or an electric thing. I sure did, Nike. I built myself a wood soda kiln back in 2019. That's my second kiln I built. I built a straight wood kiln prior to that. Um, and then that one collapsed on me when I was loading it one day. And so I built myself the new kiln with a catenary arch. The other one had a sprung arch. And I didn't want the collapse to happen again, so I built a catenary arch kiln instead. My own design. Okay, there's tube number one. We just got to make a couple of these. Oh, yeah. He has a cool channel, that dude. Look at that. I torched this way too hard. Do you see the white? That just means it's dried out. We probably won't be able to even use this. But we'll see. I don't personally add grog in my own clay. Sometimes I buy it, clay with grog in it, like this one. But the only thing I ever add in personally is silica sand. I did not add any silica sand in here because it's 10 feet behind me in my kiln room, my electric kiln room. And I was too lazy to go pick it up, so I was just doing this all natural. I'm glad you're into it, John. You'll probably learn more here. Just in the sense that I'll never tell you that what you're doing is wrong. Nope. I wedge all my own clay by hand. I'm not rich enough for a pug mill, Cindy. And even if I had, I'm too young to have a pug mill too. It's a good workout to wedge all your own clay. Once I get into my, I don't know, 60s, then I'll maybe get a pug mill. But honestly, even then, still think I'm too young. Just, I guess it'll depend on my back at that point. You gotta stay in shape though. It's like my aunt's a potter and has been for like 50 years, something like that. And she's so jacked because she's been processing all of her own clay forever. Thanks, Morgan. Love you. Oh yeah, they're just flirting with me. People really love flirting with me on YouTube. I've always been shocked by how many cuties are trying to. What's it called when someone's mean to you because they're flirting? Is it negging or something? John, I'll never tell you that. We're rasping clay at the moment. It's been bad and deserves a little bit of a raspage. No, this one opened up on the bottom too. That's all right. Oh yeah, 100%. You know, these little guys, they just need a good rasp, you know? And who doesn't? You know what I mean? All right, this teapot's going to be big. It's definitely going to be like a 3-person teapot. It has multiple chambers that are relatively large. So, okay, so the next step is to see if I did any of this right without measuring it whatsoever and just kind of guessing on the size of the clay that we needed. There's like a 90% chance that I did this incorrectly. So this is the base concept. We have one low, and then we're gonna have this one low here, next to it offset slightly, detached, and then this one will go on top, detached on that side, offset, but attached here and here. And then we're gonna have a spout that comes right here, and then a side handle that goes here. So you're gonna pour like that. Does that make sense to everybody? You guys cool with that? Thoughts, concerns? So what does that mean for us? What do we need to actually do? So what we're gonna do here is connect these pieces, and then we'll start going on to the next part. So the way we're gonna do that is, looks like this can all be chunked away. So this, we're gonna just cut a hole right here. I don't know about that, Johnny. I don't think I'll ever get that popular, but I appreciate you. My popularity has already declined quite a bit in the last couple of years, or in the last year. So this will also be an open hole. But this one we're not going to cut through. This we're going to add filter holes to, okay? Because we're going to have the tea sit in this chamber. But that's going to be the filter hole part. And then it's also going to have filter holes down into this chamber. And the cool thing about this one is it's mainly going to fill this one up. So this whole section here will be filter holes. And this whole section will be oh, actually, this can be open. This will be filter hole, this will be filter hole, this will be open, this will be open. Does that make sense? Sure. You know what? Honestly, Swell, we can do whatever you want. We can just experiment with cool teapots for a while. I don't mind. So, one of these was opening up. Oh, it's right here. I mean, you know the reason I keep doing these square ones, right? It's because when I posted that first square one we made on Instagram, every single person on Instagram was like, "Don't do this. It's fucking ugly. Never do it again. It's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen in the world." So I clearly have doubled down because I don't like being told what to do. And now that's exclusively what we're doing is square teapots. I just want to prove them all wrong. No one ever sees the big picture. Hell yeah. It's pretty nice out here. Okay. I will say, if anybody does decide to buy these teapots in the future, you'll never be able to clean the bottom sections, like, thoroughly. So don't ever leave tea leaves in here because they will eventually rot, and you will never be able to clean them. So that's my one stipulation if anybody ever decides to buy one of these square ones from me. But I'm just so bored of stupid-looking, boring, normal-looking teapots. Also, I think I want to define these lines a little bit more. So let's take a pin tool. No, that was dumb. That looks horrible. Who let me do that? Guys, don't let me do that. What are you doing? Stop that. Oh yeah, that was... You should have told me to use this thing. What are you guys doing? Yeah, John, it's pretty good. I like the creeper thing for sure. Yeah, we'll just don't, clean your teapot out. That's the thing, is you can't leave it on your tea tray. You just gotta use it. So I'm gonna do all this stuff now. I'm just kind of defining edges here. I don't know what any of that means, but you sound hot, so I'll listen to your words, Judd. Sound relatable and hot. We're gonna draw some patterns in these as well, but so I'm gonna just square off each piece so it kind of adds some definition to it. So just give me a half a second to do that. It's just way easier to do it right now than later. Ooh, and I just broke that open. No one saw that. No one saw that. I don't believe you if you did. Wait, is this one getting a filter, or is this one going through? This one's going through, right? So I think this will be cooler texture than what I was planning. Also, for you guys over on TikTok, if you want an overhead view to actually see what I'm seeing, head over to YouTube. That's where all the people go to flirt with me too. Just FYI, if you're looking to flirt with me, that's the place. TikTok, not so much. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to stop you. It's interesting how little actually shows up of this. It'll show up, but it won't be crazy. Um, but just these little things make such a big difference in pottery, even if they don't really show up at the end. The feeling is there always. And it really, you can tell the difference between something that someone put a bunch of effort into little minute details to that don't exist versus someone who just like slabs something together. Uh, I said that out loud, but the only people who might actually notice are people who know what they're looking for. So, I don't know. Just trying to add a little bit of roughness to this. Rough it up a little bit. Oh my God. Prof, how are you? Jess, what's good? How are you? I was just at the dentist like 2 days ago myself. How are your teeth looking? I know you would, Prof. Were you the one who was always trying to get me to make a square teapot, or was that someone else? I remember someone was always trying to get me to make a cube. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Love to hear it, Jess. Should probably clog up that hole right there. But that seems like a lot of work. Badoop. Oh, well, there you go. Now all I do are make cubes. Cubes for days, Prof. Prof, I don't know you were here when I was talking about why I keep making them after I made one of the cube teapots, but it's mostly because everybody on Instagram, when I posted my first cube teapot, they were like, no, it's awful. Don't make any more. It's disgusting. Never do it again. And so now all we're doing is teapots, square teapots. Because I hate being told what to do. Oh, it's nice here. I mean, my studio is toasty right now. I probably should put another log in soon, but it's sunny out. It's lovely. We've been outside having a fire in the snow. It's like we got 8 inches of snow over the last 2 days. I think it was Spaceman John. Do I use the teapot? Yeah. Do I use teapots? Yeah. I feel like it'd be really weird of me if I didn't use teapots after making like thousands and thousands of teapots at this point. But it could all be a lie. It could be a facade. I make all this stuff and I've never actually had tea in my life before. Wait, that's it. That's the new lore. I've never actually had a pot of tea in my entire life. It's a facade. I've been lying to you guys this entire time. I do. I try to Nike. Pretty much every single time I've set up a Zoom for someone, they've bailed. Um, so I've attempted to do like quite a few virtual Zoom pottery lessons, um, and everybody always comes up with they bail out at the last second, pretty much. I should take a deposit next time I try to do something like that, because I stopped doing it because I was getting sick of everybody just bailing out. But I do offer. There are price lists on what I charge hourly on my website. If you're interested in looking, it would be the same. It doesn't change anything. Oh, I love the cold. It's such a turn on for me. You were sick? Oh no, I'm sorry. Damn, it's been a while, huh? We're in Europe. Sounds good. Yeah, send me a message over on Instagram, or you can email me through my website. I will try to respond. I'm not the best at getting back to people's emails, but I'm trying to get better at that. All good. I knew what you meant. Don't you worry. I've missed out on many a brand deal with brands who don't want to work with me anymore because I'm bad at checking my email too. I've caught some of them on time and gotten some free stuff, but it's probably be advantageous to actually check my emails more than once a month. All right, one more to do like that, and then we can start doing the next braid. So this is the one that's going to get the filter holes in it. I think adding these little window details is going to be really nice and kind of define the square. I know it's probably not the most interesting thing to watch right now, but we're going to be in the studio all day. I'm probably going to be in here till like 7 o'clock today. But the plan is to do one project per stream, and I'm going to be taking breaks in between. So we're doing this teapot. We might just make a double wall cup or two double wall cups after this on a second stream. But I kind of want to burn through the 18 pounds of clay I have in this one bag today. That's the plan, at least. And I will always be live on YouTube, but I think I'm going to be on my other phone that's on TikTok right now. I will be rotating you guys between Instagram and Facebook. And you guys, do you like this view? Kind of seems like it. Sure, but I probably won't see it for about a month. What kind of brand deal are we talking, Swa? Yeah, it's hard being this popular, John, and just having such a elite uh, uh, customer base of just royalty. You know, one day maybe I'll open it up to the commoners, but it might take a while before that happens. Oh man, did my Wi-Fi just shut off? Hey guys, I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi just shut off for a second. So we're on cellular for a little bit, so it might be fuzzy, and I apologize. I'm hoping it'll come back on. For some reason, I've been losing Wi-Fi just for hours each day randomly. So I apologize that it's about to get really fuzzy. TikTok will tell me when the Wi-Fi comes back on, and I'll switch over. I'll switch back. If you want to do that, Swan, happy for it. Okay, this is where our lid's gonna go. So let's make the connections now. Oh wait, we need to poke the holes. So we're gonna do this size hole, I think. Ooh, that's thick. Yeah, the music again will come back on whenever the Wi-Fi comes back on. But I really don't understand what's doing this a lot. And I cannot figure out why. Okay, so we're also then going to push this up. So the lid will go over here. So that's the first part, and then this also needs filter holes. I'm not the person to ask about food. I don't eat meals. I eat fruit, and that's about it. So I'm not the right person to ask. Meals are literally like fruit during the day, and then some veggies, and some steamed veggies, and some like beans for the evening. Thank you, Swa. Okay, so filter, bottom section, top. So Did I do this wrong? No. So that's going to go like that, and then that's going to go like that. So the first one we want to connect is the bottom one while I can see it. It's going to connect like that. Okay. Just going to smoosh these together. Rock back a little bit. Get a little twisty pie. And then we're going to add coil. Thing too. Well, maybe not. Maybe we don't need to. Hold on. Where's my yellow thing? Swad, do you see my yellow thing? No, there it is. I don't think I actually need to add a coil. I think this clay was wet enough on the top of the that it'll probably be fine. Okay, so it looks like the connection's pretty good there. I did, and that's where I found it. I appreciate you letting me know that that's where you put it. All right, next section. Now this one. Wait. Fuck, how does this work? I forgot what we were doing for a second. Okay, this one. I probably do need a. I'm gonna smush them together, but I think I need a coil around this one. Fill that gap in, that's good. Actually, I can't pick this up now that I think about it. If I do, I'll just break. So again, the lid's gonna go right here. What kind of alcohol is that, John? I've never heard of that before. Not that I drink myself, but this teapot's really coming together. I think it's going to be cool with the spout. Maybe. Or maybe it'll just look like trash. It's hard to say. Oh, that's cool. Oh, hell yeah. What's the quilt? Tell me more about it. Okay, and this is the sketchy part. I need to connect the seam under here. Well, maybe I... Oh, no, I definitely do. Thinking I could get away without having to do it, but I don't think that's the case. I think I'm gonna have to add this guy in here. Come on, buddy. Don't be like that. Just get shoved up in there. Oh yeah. That's the spot right there. Hell yeah. Okay. All right, so hell yeah, that's awesome, Swap. Later. Sleep well. All right, so there's the base of our teapot. Now we have to make a lid. I'm gonna throw another log in my fire real quick too, so give me a half a second. Okay. So, lid. And this is where I'm kind of not entirely sure. We want a square lid that takes up this whole space. But what's the best way of doing that? You know, I guess I could hand build it. No, I should have done that earlier if I wanted to hand build it. I guess I could still do it. I guess I could still hand, if I put a coil around it and then just torched it and then cut a gallery, that might be the best move. Let's try that. If it doesn't work well, then we'll do what I was planning on doing originally. Oh, I'm just gonna roll out a coil. It's easier for me to do it off camera on this other piece of wood to my left here. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is, yes, we're just gonna add a coil around this, on this inner edge. And then we'll hit it with a torch. And then we can kind of like trim it down in size to make it more raspy looking. Or maybe we keep the angle to it. Not really sure. I don't either. I think the thing that I've learned from doing pottery for a decade now is that anybody who says they know what they're doing is full of shit. Everybody makes up everything they're doing, and the only difference is the people who say it with confidence. But it doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. But I can definitively say that everybody is just making everything up as they go. Yep. I suppose so. so obviously we're going to add a square lid. So after we do this part, we'll do that stuff next. And I'll take a trimming tool to the top of this later to make it look nicer, but yo, garden, what's new? Honestly, they are swa. It's pretty insane about that. All right, so now the thing we have to do is cut a gallery. I'm gonna hit this with a torch first. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is freehand the gallery. Don't have to be perfect. Oh, garden, let's not talk about it now. It's too depressing. I really hope we don't go to war. Let's just stick with pottery for now. We can talk about that in a private video or something. That's too much for me. It's all just too depressing. Shoot. I just have to apply for my Canadian passport soon. I have not done that yet, and I really need to get that done. Feels like timing, it's running out of time. Not to apply for my Canadian passport. I mean, I got my citizenship for Canada in 4 months, 3 months, something like that. There's no shot that getting the passport takes longer. Than becoming an actual citizen to a country. Okay, so next thing we need to do is make a lid. Yeah. And I could always expedite it if I need to. So Put this to the side. Now we're gonna throw a lid and a spout. Oh, it definitely does not in America either, John. Whenever I get my American passport, it only takes like 2 months. Sometimes I even get it back in a month when I have to renew. Thanks, Garden. Appreciate you. We also have to make the side handle. I forgot about that. Sponge. So we're going to be cutting this, so it doesn't really matter how big it is. So that obviously there's no reason to go too big. Thank you, Garden. Blue, how are you? Yeah, it took so long for you to get yours, but I've never had one take more than 2 months to get to me. And again, you can expedite a passport and get it in like a couple weeks. But you have to pay like $160 or something. Oh, I bet it is. Tell me about it. How's everybody doing out there? I might come out to Ireland, by the way, Garden. I know you're in Scotland, but I might come out to Ireland in the summer, and I might go over to Scotland for a bit. I'm not really sure, but because I'm going to go to Spain in March. I haven't booked my ticket yet, but... Trim this in a second, deal with all the little stuff. So now we need to make a spout. I like having you guys over my shoulder because it really shows, it shows you guys get to really see what I see when I throw. I feel like whenever you guys watch me, it's not really a good example of what I see and what I'm experiencing. No, this is not a good piece. Hold on. What kind of weather, Garden? Have at it. Judge away. What are your real thoughts, Swa? Weird, my internet's still, my Wi-Fi still has not come back. I don't know what the deal is with that. Yeah, I mean, whatever feels good for you guys, you do you. Also, and this is kind of weird, I was actually thinking about having a normal spout, not a square spout on this, but square it off a little bit. I'm not really sure. Oh no, it is really bad. Have you gotten the flu this year, Garden? Or have you been able to stay healthy? So we'll deal with the little hump that always occurs when you do that in a little bit, but let's let that set up a little bit. Now we gotta trim that lid. Oh, we need clay for the handle, which I'll have to grab another little chunk of clay for that. I was planning on doing a side handle, but I wasn't entirely sure. Well, I hope they all feel better, Garden. Say hi for me, please. Okay, so this part is confusing to me. So, just for reference on what we're about to attempt. So we have this piece, right? We need to slot into here. Hi, hi. I have to slot into here, but we have this round spout. So, a round handle. So we have to cut this down to a square so it fits. But then the issue is this part, the flange that goes in. We have to trim it down to the right size and then square it. And that's where it becomes really tricky. So, I don't know. We're making a 3-chamber rectangular teapot, Garden. So let me see if I actually, you know what I could do? Hold on, I need a piece of clay. I have an idea. Okay, so my idea is I will roll out a coil that actually goes around the other edge, and that'll just give me a guide of how big I can actually make this. So, again, just for reference, this is what I'm trying to do right now. Put that there, somewhat balanced, not super balanced, and breathe. So what we're gonna just do is create a little fake gallery, or fake flange, so I can just kind of, oh wait, but I could just do this and, no. Okay, so that's too big. But wait, is it too big this dimension? Yes. I've never really found a good way of doing this part. So that's kind of why I'm trying to experiment with something different this time. So what about this? Does that fit? Yeah, that pretty much fits. So what I just want to do visually for myself. I know, Amanda. It's always kind of like, what are we doing here? You gotta figure out all the extra parts to it. So that's what we need. So what I'm gonna do is just make a guide for myself. Okay. So I can trim up into these parts, and I'm gonna take off as much as I can on the wheel, and then we will go from there. Though I probably should have just done this by hand. Hi guys, how are you? Happy breakfast. What do you guys have? So let's take. Ah! No one saw that. Didn't happen. I'll vehemently deny it till the end. Come on. Come on. Center it for me. There we go. Oops, my finger just. You can see what I do when I am doing that. I'm pushing down. So this has to be the outer edge. So essentially what I need to do is. This is what it needs to look like. So this all goes away. All this stuff goes away. And then that remains. That's what we need to do. You can't prove that I screwed up at all. Oh, I know how we can do this. We'll just go slow. Check this shit out. Ready for this? Look at that. Look at that, guys. Don't look. Wait, stop looking for a second. Okay, look at that, guys. Huh? Huh? Okay. Should be able to just trim this stuff away like normal. Down here can stay round. It doesn't matter. Thanks. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just splooge this out, which is the proper terminology. You can look that up on Wikipedia, which is where I get all of my pottery information. Okay. Okay, this is working so far. I've never done this before, so I don't actually know if this will work properly. But I mean, seems like it's working fine right now. I'm going to torque it a little bit and contemplate my life decisions for a second. I think my stirrup tool will be the next thing I need to do. And it's really big, but we're just going to go in anyway. Ooh. Ooh. Can't say I'm feeling very confident about this strategy, but kind of working. I don't think this is the right tool for what I'm trying though, but I don't really have many other options. Like I need a smaller version for this. I feel like this one's just like not tucking into the corners enough. I mean, it's kind of working, right? Ooh. Okay, it's a thick lid, but maybe it's not a bad thing. Let me clean up the edges again. And then I think what's going to have to happen later is after the stream ends and this thing's firmer, I come back with a like a little trimming tool and I just kind of like carve away. I mean, I'm into it. I just you know, I need a proper Scottish kilt. I don't know what I'm looking for, you know? I don't know. Ah! See how that's split there? It's probably not a good thing, but that's okay. We'll carve that off later. Let's just do our best here for a second. The high school next to me has switched over to kilts. I'm not entirely sure the thought behind it, but that's the dress code now is kilts. Before it used to be like dress shoes, ties, pants, and now it's dress all those other things in kilts. Or kilts. I guess you don't have to wear a kilt, but that's an option now. Okay, so I'm going to use the same technique I did for the inner part here to do the outer gallery, to just kind of measure what we need. And then hopefully I can cut it in one sec. Huh. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Do I have anything here to help me? Oh, you know what I could do? Okay, what about this? What if I tried this method? I'll put this in. And then I'll carve around from underneath and see if we can get the right shape. Does that make sense? So, what I'm going to try now is this, and I'm going to put this on top, like that. And then what I'm going to do is take a pen tool and then I'm going to carve a line all the way around. Okay, so that really not square looking cut should be thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna go back to the circle it on the square thing later. Honestly, this is too much effort. And I don't think the payoff is enough. Look how fat that lid is. Ugh. I mean, yet I've never really figured out how to make like a proper square lid. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh yeah, there's definitely some wobble going on there. What is this? How did I screw up that badly? Wait. What? How is that possible? How did I do that? How did I mess up that bad? How did I? It's not even like remotely. Look how off. I should have been looking at this angle. Look, it's not even close. The square is off the square. I wonder if I can just push this over. And just pretend that I did this correctly. Hmm. I think I can futz with it more when it's drier. I can start like messing with it a little bit more. Oh yeah. Oh, you know how it is. What's up, Sydney? Deserving too, you know? Alright. I'm not gonna mess with this anymore. Look how thick that boy is too. That's a thick boy. So we're just gonna put that to the side for now. Let's talk about spouts now for a little bit. And let me take this thing off this so I don't screw everything up in the whole teapot. Oh, we have to make a handle. Let's attach the spout first and then make the handle. So It sure is. What's up, Josie? So I'm gonna have the spout come out right here, and I need to bulk this up. Look how stupid it looks. There's like a little divot there. So, and a little spit because this clay doesn't have anything toxic in it. And then we'll square off the spout a little bit too, just a little bit. I'll futz with it more once it's on. Still has that stupid divot there, but we'll deal with that in a bit. Yay, porcelain. Appreciate you, Garden. Say hi to everyone for me, please. So, every teapot's cut the same way. Oh, it's so stupid looking. I love it. Holy moly. I think I like this one more than the other one. This one's dumber in a different way. They're both dumb, but this one's like, I don't know. Makes me chuckle. So, you know what I'm gonna do is make this square. And I want it angled more. It's not the right angle for me. You know what I mean, guys? It's like I want it to angle up more. I don't want it jutting out. I want it majestically pushing over the top. I think it's gonna pour amazing. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Sydney, I probably will use one of these for the tea service. So why is it going down? Do I have to cut it at a higher angle? I want it to be this, but it keeps doing this. So this needs to be up, which means I have to cut higher. We might have to make a new spout. I cut like that, and then I cut out all its innards. So it's like that. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that puppy. I kind of almost hear me out. We do a new spout, but it's really long. It like goes out to here. What do you think? Should we redo the spout and just have a massively long spout? Or at least let's make one and just see what we think. Because I think there'd be something cool about one of the pieces like overhanging the other piece. You know? Cool. Yeah. Goofy. I'm for it. This is the day. That one just looks like a normal spout. Alright, I haven't made a massive spout in a while, so we'll see how this goes. Holy shit, that's an amazing idea. Oh my god, Swa. That's a spectacular idea. Thank you. Bye, Sydney. Yes, yes, I will post pictures on the Discord. Don't you fret. Anyway, also just anybody who wants to join Discord, you can join any amount on the membership. This is not going to work. I forgot the logistics of making a big spout. I think I screwed up on this one. We might have to do it again, but that's okay. Good practice, you know? Let me just drop this bad boy in there. I wonder if there's a better tool. Hold on. Let's try. Let's shove a paintbrush in it instead. For science. Oh yeah. I think this spout is a little bit too spouty. I'll take it down just a little bit. And then if I look through it, that's what we want. What we want to avoid is a flare at the top because flared things gurgle. Oh, dude, I screwed up. Look at that. Okay, we can do this. We can do this, guys. It's gonna happen. Maybe I bit up more than I could chew with this size spout. Maybe we decrease its size just a little bit. I mean, this should pour okay. It won't be the best pouring spout. If I look at through it. What you want to look through when you look directly inside is you want the walls going through there. But if it bows in slightly, so the water has to gurgle and go in and out, it doesn't pour properly. So you want, this is ideal, what you want when you look through. Thanks, Josh. So good to me, so supportive. Let me do this. A little funkiness to your spout isn't the worst thing in the world. I actually think it's too big. If I look at the teapot that we have, I actually should cut it down to about here. Let me actually look at dimensions that I want. So I want from here to here, that's where I want it. So I can cut right there off. It's like a 1/4 inch actually too large for what we're trying to do. Which should help us work better too. Just because it's not as long now. Okay, cool. And that looks good. I don't really care if the top's messed up. The whole thing's messed up. It's a stupid looking teapot. It should have a stupid looking spout on it. I'm hoping I didn't just over torch it, but we will see in a second. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that spoot. There's a beautiful curve to it. Oh yeah, look at that little curve. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Holy moly. Okay. Here's the spout we made before. I'm going to have it curved to the left a little bit. It feels more relatable that way. Take this guy off. I'm going to just contemplate. How stupid this is. Oh, shoot. I need to torch it more. Oh, it's collapsing on itself. Hold up, everybody. Don't close your eyes. I didn't touch it. I'm not doing anything to it right now. Okay. So, this spout's going to just come out over there. So what did we learn from the last one, if anything? We didn't learn anything, so I'm just going to cut it. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that spout action right there. It's the dumbest thing I've ever done in my entire life. It's too dumb. It's too far out. Okay, hold on. This teapot's so stupid. Who let me do this? Why do you guys let me do things like this? I truly don't get it. Also, my Wi-Fi still has not come back on. What is up with this? Oh. Let's just shove it in there for a second to look at it. It's so stupid. Why? Why are we doing this? And I kind of like that it's actually connected down low, though functionally I can't. Yeah, can I? Yeah. See a little bit of a left bend. I actually think I can functionally connect it down here. I'll just create another half chamber. So this, even though it comes down here, there's nothing here. It'll just be a closed chamber. Now the question is, do I make this a square? It's a mirror. That's the next question. And I kind of feel like the answer is yes, but I'm curious your guys' opinion on it, on the matter. Or do we keep it like just like a like a stupid rounded curve? But I'm talking about right here. Do we just square this off? What do you guys think? I know it's hard to tell on the angle, but I would just get rid of the wing here, essentially. Thoughts? Concerns? Genuinely curious on that one. I'm not quite sure what to do there. Yeah, I think so too. If I had left a round lid, I think I could have left it. But I think if we're doing all this to it, I think it needs to be squared. So I have to think about this functionally now. So let's make some cuts. Like seeing all my fingerprints in there, the texture I think is super cool. What do you mean by functional? Let's just give this a little torchy torch. For sure. Okay. I'll bring this down like this. I would certainly hope so. I feel like it'd be silly to make a teapot that doesn't pour, but that's me. I'm just gonna clip it right there. And then I guess we're just gonna, instead of clipping it here, we'll build up here to make it square. Define a lot. Okay, and then the thing I need to do here is create a line that goes from here to here and go in. Then yes. I've definitely made more than, let's say, 5+ teapots in my life. You do any part of yourself? Tell me about yourself. No silly questions. I just want clarification because I feel like everybody's definition on things is different. But I've probably, just teapots in general, I've probably made, I don't know, thousands, 3,000, 4,000 teapots since I've been making pottery. Not all those are abstracted, but a lot of them are. Right on. Very different mediums, eh? It really is, Swa. No. I did that on purpose, Swa, and you can't prove otherwise. No, because I sell everything I make. I mean, no, I'm not even. I'm drinking out of a student mug right now. Here's one of my students' pieces that I'm drinking tea out of. Yeah, well, the main difference being um, blue and yellow do not make green in pottery. Color theory in two-dimensional art is kind of worthless in ceramics. It's not translatable at all. Outside of like, and what colors look nice together. I'm looking forward to it, Swa. Oh, I gotta spit on that. Oh, you guys didn't even get to see me lick clay when you're over my shoulder like this. Boy, oh boy. I like this angle though. The only qualm I have with it is that it is harder for me to read comments. But besides that, I like you guys having to see what I do from my angle more so. It's not quite my angle. You're a little bit higher just so you're out of my way. But it's pretty darn close. It does, doesn't it? For sure. Yeah, definitely a different ball game. It's all fun though. Let's see, is that enough? Did I do this enough? If I do that like this, push this forward, I think that's fine. So, and then since we're talking about color in general, I fire atmospheric kilns, unlike electric kilns, which are predictable. Atmospheric kilns are much less predictable as far as color goes. So, you're really just hoping for the best most of the time. Okay, where's my doozy what's it? Here is a doozy what's it, but where's the doozy what's it I need? Oh god, my god. Okay. Oh, there it is. It's right next to the other one. Okay, so we have filter holes from here into here, from here into here, and now we need filter holes here, because I don't want the tea to leave this chamber. Otherwise, you would not be able to clean it at all. So, let me just put this on one more time so I don't screw this up. Okay. I wonder if it's going to freeze tonight. It'd be nice if I could leave my studio a little bit messier after today, but I have a feeling it's going to be cold again. Okay, then we're going to push this in just a little bit if we can. Okay, now for the spout itself, we're gonna futz with the spout more once it's attached, but give it a couple more torches. Okay. There it is. And this reminds me of the spouts I used to make about 10 years ago. I would make these incredibly long spouts. These big top-handled wood-fired teapots. Back when I was making much more artistic teapots that were definitely less functional. Uh-oh. I can see light. That's not good. Oh, no. Uh-oh, uh-oh. No! Okay, I have to take this off. Screw it up. Shoot. This part isn't enough. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? This might be smart. It's actually, I'm going to block a thick piece. Oh, that's much smarter. I should have thought about this before. I'm going to attach a wider piece in the opposing direction, like this. And this way. The worst thing that happens when you make a cool teapot is that it leaks because of the connection point between the spout and the pot, which is something that I deal with a lot with my double-walled teapots. Annie, appreciate you. Very sweet of you. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to wobble you guys. I hope you're not sick. And if you are, I hope you recover quickly. The big thing is you're not really going to see anything that I'm doing. I mean, you could if you really looked hard, but you're not really going to, because I'm going to use a Shino. And Shinos are funky looking glazes to begin with. So it'll just, all the funk that I'm doing will look intentional. Mask my shoddy craftsmanship with Shino glaze. Okay. How does that look now? Okay, there we go. Way better. And it's interesting now there's actually a gap below the spout now, so the spout's not attached to this thing, which I love. It's like hovering over this bottom layer. That was not my intention, but I'll take it. I think that's really cool. Now, gotta fill in these gaps. You know, it's been taking us so long to do all these other parts. I bet you we'll be able to futz with the lid. I was planning on doing that later when everything was set up, but all this has taken us so long. I bet you we could probably attempt to do the lid stuff. Okay, I won't be able to look at comments for a second just because I want to just be down low for a sec. I'm on my knees right now doing this part. Captain, that's such a boring thing to use this for. I like to get on my knees when I service a spout. Swa, you've seen me in action before. I don't know why people are so obsessed with smoking stuff. It seems like the least creative outlet to me, for pottery. But each their own, I guess. It's probably cheaper than tea anyway at this point. It's probably definitely more accessible. I think it might be because some of the teas I buy are $30 an ounce. I don't know how much that stuff costs. I've never bought it, so I don't have a reference point. Okay, so now we're gonna deal with this really screwed up lid that I totally screwed up making. Um, we're gonna do a couple things. One of the things we're gonna do is cut this in half because it's just too big. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like tea is actually more expensive than that stuff at this point. Good tea, obviously. Some teas I buy are only like 17 an ounce. Sometimes there's a white tea that I'll get for like $10 an ounce. That's why you have to have a nice teapot to go with it, you know? Well, Lipton's like, for an ounce, it's probably like 35 cents if you were to wholesale it. Probably cheaper than that, honestly. Lipton's probably, I don't know, 15 cents an ounce. Garbage tea. I don't even know if you can call it tea, honestly. It's so bad. Okay. I just took a good royal mess on this thing. Thanks, Swa. I'm very happy with this teapot so far. So the only thing we haven't made is the handle. And I was thinking about putting a square side handle on it, so we have to throw that. If anybody has any suggestions, if they want a back handle instead, or I don't want to put a top handle on it. So it's either a side handle or a back handle. Is there a preference? The Swa. Who are you talking to, Gub? 100%. So it fits better this way for sure. So, the thing about square teapots lids is they definitely have one side that always fits better, so I want this to have a directional key somewhere. Because this is the side that fits. So the question is, good, because we're not getting it perfectly square. But we want a directional key somehow, so maybe we put something. I mean, people can figure it out. No people aren't as dumb as I'm giving you, saying they are. I mean, it's not going to fit one of the ways, so it's like they don't really have much of an option, so maybe I don't have to put a key. Okay, there's our steam hole. Yeah, James, we're doing something different. Well, so I was thinking about texturizing this whole thing anyway. So we could definitely just. I was gonna do texture with how we normally have been doing texture. So we're thinking back handle, or do you think we should have a side handle that comes off right here? What do you guys think? Back handle? Probably back handle would be stronger if we offset it and put it right here. Teapot today, James. So let's put that to the side. That's what it looks like at the moment. We're gonna coil build a back handle if that's the case. And it'd be good if it was 2-finger, I suppose, even though I'm not a huge believer in 2-finger handles. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's been a party in here most of the day. It's been great. Weirdly, a small amount of toxicity, too. I don't know what that's about. Just like the occasional guy who comes in here and tries to neg me a little bit, and it works every single time, but then they run away because emotions. We'll be making this a square handle, by the way. No. It needs to be organic toxicity. I don't want asked toxicities. I like it when it just like naturally occurs from some small peepee boy who comes in. You know? Also, again, I know I'm not supposed to say small penis thing as far as I don't know why I always keep talking about penis when you show up. I know I'm not supposed to say that anymore, but I need something. And I've let go of everything else. And that's all I'll say on that matter. I'm still shocked my Wi-Fi hasn't come back. Oh, for sure, but I mean in the sense that it's probably best not to perpetuate just because the people who do have them but aren't horrible don't deserve the negative attention to it. You know what I mean? You know the worst part about the music being, or the Wi-Fi being out, is the music isn't coming back on. And what's annoying about that is that because there was music at the beginning of this video, I'm going to be copywritten, so I won't be able to make any money off of this video, which is fine. But like a majority has been silent, but for that first like 20 minutes where we actually had music, it's gonna screw me over. That's okay. When I take this white thing out, people leave most of the time. Also, I'm on cellular right now, James, and I've noticed when the quality is not like pristine, it's very hard to maintain engagement and people on a live stream. And I haven't had Wi-Fi in here for like an hour now. I'm shocked as many people are even in here to begin with. All right, what are we thinking? Square handle wise? Yes, no, maybe so. Cool. Thanks, guys. Okay, setting the torch on. I guess I can just do it on the bat itself. I don't know how long this teapot has taken us to make so far. Uh, 2.5 hours on this one teapot so far. funny is I'll probably not be able to sell this teapot. It's like a lot of effort for something that probably will never see any profit, but it's fun to mess around. As Sydney was asking if I'm going to use these for my tea services, and I will be using them for tea services, especially if they don't sell. And what I'm going to do is add the same kind of definition. So I'm going to have it offset to the side here. It'll kind of look like that. What's up, Anna? How are you? And what I'm going to do is the same definition I did everywhere else on this thing. I'm going to have to do it on the spout when it sets up a little bit more and the lid. Is this like defining line all the way around. I know. Honestly, I think what I'll do, especially for the pieces that I don't think will sell, I'll put them into Jerd shows, and I'll just have like a stupid price tag on them, and they probably won't sell, but then they'll be kind of like out in the world, because I don't think I have a market for these. But I could be mistaken, Maybe I put these on my website and they all sell out instantly. That's happened before with my odd-looking teapots. But we'll see how it goes. So I just did like a defined line around the whole thing. And add some texture that'll get muted later when I sand all these things, but I think it'll add some nice definition to it. Okay, so there's our handle. I appreciate that, Swa. So the next step is to see how we want to attach this. And I think the spout is, I'm going to have it pointing to the right, even though I said it was to the left. So we're going to offset the spout, or the handle, so it's back here. Instead of it being here, because it's dumb, we're going to have it off on the edge. Yeah, so. Where's my paintbrush? Is it a crack? No. Oof. Didn't like what I just did. Cool. Probably be good if I started signing my work again, but I just keep forgetting. Okay. So now, I'm going to put a line around the spout. For some cohesion. Go up the spout on this one. Okay, we're going to do that on the lid. Okay. I think we're done. I'm gonna move you guys down to your normal spot for a sec, just so you can see what we actually made. So give me one sec. Phone, it's not doing anything. All right, you guys are gonna rock for a bit. Sorry. There we go. What do you think? It's kind of cool, right? So it has triple filters, one that goes into each chamber and the spout. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm into it. All right, I'm gonna take a break. It's 4:30. Holy moly, you've been in here for a minute. This took, I don't know, it took 166 minutes to make this teapot. All right, I'm gonna go lie down for a second. I mean lie down and sit in my comfy chair, have some tea, sit by the fire, and then I might be back and I might make a double wall cup, just one double wall cup. Because I'm in here, studio's warm, may as well take advantage of it. So I'll be back, if I am back, in about 15 minutes. Hopefully the Wi-Fi works by then, because I would like to listen to music again. So, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you.